Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today's video is a little bit different than what I normally do on my channel. You can probably tell from the title that this is going to be a Q&A or about me video. I've been on YouTube for almost 2 years now and I've never done a video like this. So I thought I would go ahead and offer it, and a lot of you guys were interested a few weeks ago when I asked you, and I asked you to ask me your questions that you want to know the answer to. So I'm going to be answering some of those questions. I'm actually going to be doing 33 facts and questions because I just turned 33. Actually yesterday. This video was supposed to come out yesterday on my birthday. I had pre-filmed it Saturday, and to be honest, you guys, I was so awkward in that video, probably because I was talking about myself for like 45 minutes and I was like, oh my gosh, I look so awkward. I'm rambling too much, so I had to go ahead and refilm this video. So I did type up some of your questions and I have my little cheat sheet right here. So let's go ahead and get started with question number 1. How old are you? I am 33 years old as of yesterday. And that's, 33 trips around the sun. So I'm super grateful to be here. And my name is actually, question number 2 or fact number 2, my name is actually Wendy, not Wendy. A lot of people call me Wendy because I know my name is not a common spelling or a common name. I think I've actually only met one other Wendy in my entire life. Not actually met them in person, but over the internet. So it doesn't bother me that people call me Wendy. I have a couple family members that still call me Wendy. It doesn't bother me at all, but that is a number 2 fact about me. Number 3 is a question from Sherry Whitley. How did you meet your husband? I met my husband actually in high school in gym class. We were not high school sweethearts. He actually was a couple grades ahead of me. I think he was a senior when I was a sophomore, and we were just really good friends in high school. And then I remember when he graduated, he joined the service and I moved to Hawaii, and we kind of just kept in contact over the years. And then long story short, I think 8 or 9 years later, we reconnected and started dating. The rest is history. And that kind of brings us into question number 4 from Carmen Azari. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. How long have you been married? I have been married for 5 years. It'll be 6 in March, but we have been together since 2011. Question number 5 is from Kay Harden. What state are you in? I'm currently in California, in San Diego. So Southern California, although I have lived in the states of Hawaii, I have lived in Washington, Texas, and California. So I've lived in a few different states, but I am a Californian because I grew up actually in Sacramento, California, in Northern California, as well as my husband. And because of military and moving, moved around quite a bit. So question number 6 is from Dawn Ann. How many children do you have and how old are they? I have 2 children, 2 human children. I have 2 dogs and 5 chickens, and they're all my children. But I think your question was for human children. I have 2. Jordan is 12 and Athena is 4. So quite a big age gap there. Question number 7 is from Craft Loving Mommy. How many kids do you have? I answered that in the last question. And are you an at-home mom or do you work? Right now I am a stay-at-home mom. I've been a stay-at-home mom for several years now for many different reasons. I am very involved with my children, and I'm very grateful that my husband is able to support me not working out of the home. So very, very thankful for that. But also another big reason is because my son has a superpower. He is on the spectrum and he does have therapy several times a week. So that's really important that I'm able to be home for that. And question number 8 is from Lacey Beth. I would like to know if you went to school for anything specific, or what did you do for work? I have never graduated from college. I have taken college courses online. So I've done, I think, I started with criminal justice, and then I switched to finance, and then I decided I wanted to go to culinary school. I got accepted into the San Diego Culinary Institute, and the day I got my acceptance letter in the mail, I found out I was pregnant with our daughter. So I didn't end up going to culinary school at all, but some of the jobs that I've had have been a lot of administrative or office clerical work. I've been a receptionist. I have been an office assistant to HR, to the CFO. I have done a lot of other jobs. I've done retail. I've worked in retail, tool sales. I've just bounced around a lot, especially because of moving. So I've had a lot of different jobs. I worked in the restaurant industry for a little while. I was a teller, so I was in banking for a few years. So I've held a lot of different jobs, but probably the majority have been office work or administrative work. And I actually did clean houses for a little bit, so I did that as well. Question number 9. What was your first job? My first job, I was a pizza girl. I worked at Round Table Pizza. I think it's a California pizza chain. I'm actually not sure if it's in other states, but that was my first job at 16. When I was able to start working, I wanted to work, and I had that job, I think, until I turned 18 and moved, and I loved that job. I loved everybody I worked with. We always had so much fun, and I just liked making my own money and being able to spend my own money, so that was really exciting. If you guys see a bunch of like orb things floating around, I get comments on it all the time. I don't have a ghost in my house. I wish they were angels, but it's actually, whenever I turn on my ring light, the brighter it is, the more flecks of dust it will pick up as it passes over the camera. So that's what that is. I'm sorry, but it's overcast today and there's like no sun, so I have to like put my ring light on. But question number 10, what was my first car? My first car was a 1989 Chrysler LeBaron. It was brown, and I'll try to find a picture of it online somewhere if I can. I don't think I have a picture of me with my car or a picture of my car, but my grandparents gave that car to me on my 16th birthday, and I love that thing. It was a boat, you guys. I went everywhere in that car. I drove myself to work. I drove myself to soccer practice. I drove myself to school. Absolutely love that car. Question number 11 is from Jennifer Herrera. What are your favorite types of coffee? Do you have a favorite holiday tradition? So I love coffee, but I love creamer more. So I mean, I like a little bit of coffee with my creamer, if you know what I'm saying. Actually, I just got this new mug. I collect mugs. I'm going to try to turn it around for you guys. It's full, but I don't know if you can tell, but that's how much creamer I like with my coffee, a ton. But this is my new mug. It's a Bob Ross mug, and it actually turns, the painting actually is painted after you put hot liquid in it. So like it's like black in the background when it's cold, and then yeah, this is one of the birthday gifts I got for my birthday. Love Bob Ross, and I was super excited to get this mug. On the other side it says, "We don't make mistakes, we have happy accidents." I love that. So I actually remember when I was younger growing up, and that's when he had that show. What was the name of his show? But I remember my grandparents watched it all the time, and sometimes I would sit on the couch and watch it with them. But back to your question, my favorite types of coffee. I like coffee as long as it's not plain, without cream or sugar. So my favorite types of flavors of coffee creamer are peppermint mocha, pumpkin spice, and caramel. And I love iced coffee, probably more than hot coffee. And do you have a favorite holiday tradition? I don't know if I necessarily have my own holiday traditions. At least I can't think of them right now. I know my mother-in-law has a tradition where every year we exchange pajamas and open them on Christmas Eve. But I don't think I have my own holiday tradition. It's kind of sad. Maybe I should make some. Question number 12 is from Faye Martin. What is your favorite holiday and color? My favorite color is green. Favorite holiday? That's a hard question, because my favorite holidays to decorate for are definitely Halloween and Christmas. I don't know if I can pick between the two, but I would have to say Christmas for decorating. But my favorite holiday is actually Thanksgiving, and that's because I love food. I love me some mashed potatoes and gravy, and I love the togetherness of Thanksgiving. And over the past 3 years, I've spent Thanksgiving with my sister. It's kind of become a tradition to spend Thanksgiving together. So that's actually a holiday tradition, is I spend Thanksgiving with my sister. So I always look forward to Thanksgiving and spending time with her and eating a lot of food. Question 13, are you right or left-handed? I am left-handed. That's why a lot of times in my DIYs you will see me smearing ink or paint all over my project. Question 14, how tall are you? I'm 5'7.5", 5'8". I don't know, it kind of depends. I slouch a lot and I have really bad posture. A few years ago I went to the doctor and I was 5'8". And I think I went this year and I'm 5'7.5", so we'll just say that. All right, so question number 15 is from Jenny B. What inspired you to start doing YouTube videos, and is it time consuming? Does it take you a long time to edit your videos? Do you enjoy that part of it? I would say I didn't actually start my YouTube channel until a year after. I think I was inspired to start a channel. It took me a long time to put myself out there on the internet because I was terrified, to be honest. But honestly, a lot of DIY channels inspired me, and I don't know if I can name all of them specifically off the top of my head, but I just remember seeing all of these incredibly creative women doing DIYs, doing hauls, doing DIYs with their hauls, and I was like, I do that. I have been shopping at Dollar Tree since I was an early teenager. I spend my entire, paychecks at Dollar Tree. I do that anyways. I love doing DIYs and making my own decor because I necessarily can't afford like high-end decor that I want. So I do that stuff anyways. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I was just really inspired by a lot of women on YouTube that do that have children. And so I really wanted to make an income from YouTube, and since I was staying home, so that was a big inspiration. And then also my husband inspired me to actually do it, because I was just doubting myself. Like I had expressed for over a year, like I said, that I wanted to start my channel, and I was just too scared, too afraid of failure, too afraid of what if nobody likes me? What if I get made fun of? And my husband really was just like, you got to do it. I believe in you. You got to do it. So my husband is ultimately the one that inspired me to do it. But again, my inspiration, my first inspiration came from other women on YouTube. All All right, so for the second part of your question, Jenny, does it take you a long time to edit your videos? It does, and it doesn't. It kind of just depends. My Dollar Tree haul videos, I can get them edited usually within an hour, but my DIY videos, especially if I have multiple DIYs in one video, those can take me anywhere from 3 hours to all day. It kind of just depends. And that's because with those DIY videos, I have anywhere between 30 to 70 different clips or angles that I have to mesh together, make it run smoothly, trim, add sound. Sometimes I have to do a voiceover. That usually takes me the longest, is when I do voiceovers. So it kind of just depends. In the beginning, it would take me all day and all night to edit a video, just because I didn't know how to do it and I was new to it, no idea what I was doing, and I would use free apps to edit my videos until eventually I did get, editing software. But in the beginning, it was very frustrating. So that was your the third part of your question. Do you enjoy that part of it? In the beginning, no, I did not enjoy editing at all. Now it's a lot easier for me to do, and so I do enjoy it now. It's very satisfying when all is said and done to see the finished work of all of my editing and hard work put into that. So I do enjoy doing it now. In the beginning, no, not so much, but now I do. All right, so question number 16 is from M. Hines. Can you tell us how you get your ideas for your projects? I get my ideas and my inspiration for projects several different ways. I'll name, I guess, a few of my favorite ways. I really like to create dupes of high-end items that I see in places like Pottery Barn. And that's because I don't want to pay that much for an item, so I try to figure out how I can make it look the same or almost the same for cheaper. And usually I use Dollar Tree supplies because that's my favorite store to shop at. But so that's one way I like to get inspiration, is just by looking at something from an, I guess, higher end perspective and trying to recreate it. Another way that I kind of think or get ideas for my projects is I will do things in themes. So for instance, like I did last Halloween, I did a Raven theme, or the Raven and Edgar Allan Poe theme. So I was kind of thinking, what things might I put together, or what can I put together that would go with this theme, or what can I make? This year I did a few different themes, but they were all related to movies. So that's another way that I do get my ideas, or I guess the way my brain works is I'll get inspiration from a movie. Like I did a Pirates of the Caribbean kind of skull tiered tray, and it's not necessarily in the movie, but I the way my mind works is that might be something I would see in the captain's quarters or in that movie. I did a whole black and gold kind of theme for Halloween. So colors, themes, it could be a movie, it could be, you know, just the aesthetic from the movies. So like The Mummy, I did the little beetles because I saw the beetles in the movie The Mummy. Like my memory just took me there when I saw the little toy beetles in Dollar Tree, if that makes sense. So yeah, I think those are like my favorite ways to get ideas and to where I draw inspiration from when I do my DIY projects. So creating dupes, I think in themes. I get inspiration from movies, like backgrounds, the whole aesthetic, and then colors. All right, so question number 17 is from Jean Aubin. Can you introduce us to your dogs? Absolutely. All right, so this is Thor. Thor is the sweetest boy. He is a Mastiff Pit Mix that we rescued from a shelter back in 2014, and he's a very big lap dog. He loves his pets, very lazy, but he's getting pretty old. When we rescued him, he actually came in as a stray. They didn't know how old he was at the time. They were guessing around 2, and we've had him for quite a long time now. So, but he is the sweetest boy. And then Juno, come here, Juno. Come here, mamas. Come on. Come here. She's a little bit camera shy, but this is Juno, aka June Bug, and we got her in 2015. She was actually a puppy, and she was on her way to the shelter because the previous dog mom could not keep her because of her breed, and she is a pitty as well. She's very shy from the camera. It's okay. I think the ring light is throwing her off, but we actually almost lost Juno a couple years ago. She had some medical issues and she actually had to have a surgery, and she's okay now, huh? Juno is very active. Here. Juno is a very active dog. Yes, you are. She's very active, but she actually has hypothyroidism, so she has to take 2 thyroid pills every day, and it's insane how much the thyroid affects your mood, because before we knew that she had that disease, that she was very sad and just not very active. But as soon as we figured it out and she got her meds, she was just her happy self again, and running and chasing lizards and squirrels. Actually, it's so funny, these two team up in the backyard, and we have a lot of lizards in our backyard, so they'll team up and chase lizards. It's pretty funny. But yeah, Juno's my active girl. She's my active one, and then Thor's my little lap dog. He's a little bit lazy. So those are my other children, Juno and Thor. All right, question number 18, a favorite place to visit. Honestly, right now, the refrigerator. I mean, yeah, the refrigerator. But no, probably the Sequoia National Forest. I haven't been there in a really long time, but I remember going there as a kid a lot and camping and spending a lot of time up there with my brother and my grandparents. So that place is very special to me, and probably my favorite place, as well as the ocean. All right, so Thor's hanging out with us now. I'm going to sit here and pet him. But question number 19 is, where would you like to visit? Name your top 5. That's hard because there's so many places that I want to see, but I would have to say Norway is my number 1. Then Scotland, I want to see Israel, probably Rome, and Transylvania. I want to see some really cool castles. So, all right, so this question is from Marcia Hubbard. I'd be interested to know what games you enjoy with your guests. We don't really play a lot of games when we have company over. Sometimes we will play that heads up game with your phone, but we end up talking a lot, so we don't really play a lot of games. I do, though, eventually want to host like a murder mystery dinner. That would be really fun to dress up in character and get the whole kit. They sell, I think, kits on Amazon. I'd really like to do that sometime. But you know who's really good at games and that sort of thing is my sister-in-law, with party games and guest games and stuff like that. Every year for Halloween, she does like a clue game for adults where you have to go dig around in her backyard. My brother and my sister-in-law for Halloween have like these, I mean, they go over the top, and it's pretty cool with their Halloween. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at this dog. He is, he's like a cat. He's just sitting here getting his belly rubbed, and he's like doing his own, I guess, version of purring. It's funny. All right, question number 21 is from Tammy Caufelt. What made you want to be a YouTuber? That kind of goes back to the previous question of like what inspired me, but I guess short answer, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I wanted to be able to earn an income from YouTube while being at home, and also by doing something that I enjoy doing, which is really cool. So that's what I think what made me want to. All right, question 22. What are your favorite YouTubers? I have a lot. I don't even know how many people I'm subscribed to. It's a lot. I have been watching YouTube for years, and I select what videos I watch for the day kind of based, like the same way I choose my music that I listen to for the day, because there's such a wide range, I guess, of channels that I'm subscribed to. But I guess some of my favorite crafting channels are like Chic on the Cheap, Sarah Jane. I love her. I love her personality. I think she is one of the most creative DIYers that I've ever seen. Really love Bargain Bethany. I love how creative she is as well. And Liz Fenwick DIY. I think her channel was called something else a while back, but Liz Fenwick, The Daily DIYer, just a lot of very incredible and talented women and men. I like Lone Fox. I like his channel a lot. For plants, I watch Plantarina. I watch Harley G. I love her personality as well. The Garden Answer is another good one. For junk journaling and scrapbooking, things like that, I really like Rosa Kelly DIY. Rosa Kelly scrapbooking, not DIY. Really love her mini albums. So beautiful. Really love 49 Dragonflies. She's not really a junk journaler. She's more of a like vintage art channel, but I love her channel. Johanna Clove. I really love her junk journaling videos. Again, I have so many. I watch ASMR when I'm trying to relax, so I really like Gentle Whispers ASMR. I really love Bailey Sarian. I love her Murder Mystery Makeup Mondays. I'm a true crime fan, so really love her videos as well. There's just honestly I have too many to name them all. All right, so question number 23 is what is my favorite music or favorite kind of music? And honestly, it's like the same situation with the favorite YouTubers, because I love everything. I love it all. I don't think there's a specific genre of music that I love more than the other, but I will say like my first love and appreciation for music came from oldies, because I grew up with my grandparents and they raised me, so that was like my first love of music. So old classic 60s, late 50s, 60s music. So a lot of Sam Cooke was played, Otis Redding, Johnny Cash, and then I love 70s rock, Led Zeppelin. I love Queen, even psychedelic rock. Actually, Pink Floyd is one of my, I guess, top favorite bands. But pretty much everything. I love country. When I'm cleaning, I listen to 90s R&B. So it kind of depends on what my mood is, again, for the day and what I listen to. But for the most part, yeah, I like pretty much everything. 80s new wave, I really like 80s. So yeah. All right, question number 24 is from Liz B. What's your favorite TV shows and movies? That's another hard one, because I feel like I watch so many different things. Same as the previous two questions. But I do tend to like to watch a lot of period dramas, I guess, like historical fiction. So I really love Outlander and The Tudors. So I love movies kind of set in historical times, I guess, or history. I also love true crime. as well as, I think it's easier to actually answer this question to say what I don't like rather than what I do, because I like everything. But I really don't like horror movies or horror TV shows or anything like that. I'm a big scaredy cat. I can do like real, I guess, real events kind of movies more than I can do like pop out like things, you know what I mean? Like jump scare movies, I guess. I can't do that. So yeah, I would say I'm pretty interested in everything. I like documentaries a lot as well. And then question number 25, favorite actors and actresses. Hands down, my favorite actor of all time is Robin Williams. So sad, miss him. But I also like Will Smith, Robert De Niro. So yeah, Robin Williams, I would say, Will Smith. Really like Leonardo DiCaprio. And then favorite actresses, love Leslie Mann, especially in This Is 40. I love Leslie Mann. I really love Kate Winslet. And how funny is that I have DiCaprio and Winslet because they were in Titanic. And I think Revolutionary Road together. But, so yeah, Leslie Mann, Kate Winslet, and I really like Julia Roberts. I think she's one of the best actresses of all time. And then question number 26, favorite food. So I would say my favorite cuisine is Mexican cuisine, just because I think it has the most flavor out of all of the different world cuisines, at least in my opinion. My neighbor actually just made pozole, and I had it for the first time, and it was like the best thing I ever tasted. So I really love Mexican cuisine. I can tear up some chips and salsa and tacos and chili verde. I love chili verde so much. But my favorite meal, though, would have to be chicken parmesan. I know it's not in the same cuisine as Mexican food, but I love chicken parm so much that my husband makes it a tradition to make it every year on my birthday. So he just made me chicken parm for my birthday. So the dogs are still hanging out with us. They're not gonna move because they know that they're gonna get pets as long as I'm sitting here. So question number 27, sports I have played. I played a lot of sports in high school. I was very athletic in high school and kind of a tomboy. I was not very girly at all. I wore basketball shorts and t-shirts a lot, but I played soccer. I played soccer for about 12 years up until I was 18. I played softball, basketball, football. I was a kicker on my high school football team. Track and field, and kickboxing. So yeah, I did a lot. I was very, very involved in sports when I was younger. Now, not so much. If you asked me to kick a ball right now or to run a mile, I would probably roll an ankle, and I'm not exaggerating at all on that. But question 28, biggest fear? Snakes. I don't enjoy snakes. I know they are still a creature that deserves respect, but I love them from a distance. Don't like snakes or heights. I'm afraid of heights. All right, question number 29. What is your pet peeve? I probably have more than one. I just can't think of them. But I would have to say off the top of my head, the one that I can definitely say this is a pet peeve is punctuality. People being late to something. If I'm meeting somebody and they're not there, or they say they're going to be there, or I'm going to be here at a certain time and they're not there, or if I have an appointment. Yeah, punctuality, because I feel like my time isn't valued when, people are late. And it goes both ways. When I'm late to something, I am stressed out, and I'm usually not late. I'm usually 10 to 15 minutes early for everything, but If I'm running late, I am stressed the whole way there because I'm thinking this person's gonna think the same way I do. They don't value my time, and I don't want anybody to feel like that. So I get really stressed out with being late and punctuality. But all right, so question number 30. We're getting down to the last 3 questions. Favorite Disney movie? I'm gonna have to say Disney movies because, again, I know this is so annoying, but I can't pick one. I would have to say Aladdin, Lady and the Tramp, Alice in Wonderland, and Mary Poppins. In that order. Those are my favorite Disney Question movies. 31, Titanic or The Notebook? Ooh, that's hard. That's hard, especially because I named Winslet and DiCaprio as like my favorite actors and actresses. But I'm gonna have to go with The Notebook. I know, The Notebook, it's just a movie that I watch whenever I need a good cry. Such a good movie. All right, question 32. What are your favorite hobbies? Obviously crafting. I really like jigsaw puzzles. I like collecting plants and gardening. I used to be very bad at gardening and have a little bit of a black thumb, but I have recently kind of started redeeming myself and have really started enjoying it. And also I would have to say cooking. Cooking is another one that I love. And then mountain biking. I really enjoy mountain biking and hiking and just being outdoors in general. All right, so question number 33, and our very last question is, what is your favorite animal? And my favorite animal is an orca, or what I call a sea panda. That's their little nickname. But I also really love sharks, all sharks, and I really love birds. Specifically, my favorite bird is a Steller's jay, just because I fell in love with them when I lived in Washington. But I also love red pandas. I love otters. I just love all animals. I love them all. But I would say orca. The orca is my favorite animal. All right, guys, so that's it for this Get to Know Me video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope you feel like you know me a little bit better. And I hope I answered your questions. And I just wanted to say thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. If you are a new subscriber or whether you've been with me for the past 2 years, I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you so much for supporting me and my channel and hanging out with me and wanting to watch my videos. It means the world to me, and I appreciate every single one of you. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for supporting me over the last 2 years. So until my next video, I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.